Has your carefully crafted content website been crushed by Google's helpful content update? You're not alone. I have several sites in that boat. And today, I'm going to show you 12 different strategies to pursue with your decimated website. No traffic from Google? No problem. Here's how to ditch the big G and put that content to use earning you money. My name is Jared Bauman, and I'm the founder and CEO of the marketing agency Tool One Creative. We help businesses grow online, and we build digital assets in our spare time. So we're no secret to a lot of the strategies I'm going to share. Matter of fact, we know they work because we use them every day on our clients' websites. Let's dive in. Strategy number 1, keep publishing and hope for the best. First up, you could keep publishing and hope for the best with your content. Now, I have my doubts that Google will ever give love to content sites again, but all the rhetoric coming out of their camp is that you can recover from the HCU. If you choose to believe this, and that's a big if, then you'll need to make sure your website is the best thing on the topic since sliced bread. Focus on creating genuinely helpful content that addresses your audience's needs and pain points. Add as much as possible that makes your content completely unique and helpful, different than the competition, all the while showcasing your expertise on the topic. This approach is going to require patience and persistence, but it can pay off in the long run if Google does reverse things in the future. Strategy number 2, republish the site on an aged domain. So you can consider republishing the entire site on an aged domain. A good aged domain should have built-in authority that can help your content rank quickly in search engines. The theory here is that your HCU problems won't translate over to the new domain. Now, results so far on this are mixed. I've seen this work and not work. Oftentimes when it does work, it just takes Google a few months to catch up to your content on the aged domain before it suffers a similar fate. But I've seen examples where it does stick and it does work. Here's how you would go about it. Number 1, find a relevant aged domain. Use a domain auction site or a broker to find an aged domain that are relevant and is relevant in your niche. Look for domains with a clean history and a good backlink profile. Make sure you know what you're doing here. There are a lot of ways to mistakenly end up with a bad domain. Number 2, migrate your content. So you're going to transfer your existing content to the aged domain. Don't set up redirects from your old domain. Strategy number 3, use the content to start an email newsletter. Next, you could use your existing content on this website to start an email newsletter. Email newsletters are a fantastic way to engage with your audience directly. I'm doing this right now with one of our HCU-Hit sites, and I'm documenting the process on the Weekend Growth newsletter. Totally free to sign up and get all of my notes. It's in the show notes below. So here's how to make the most of this strategy. Number 1, segment your content. So break down your best articles from your website into newsletter segments. AI can be a huge help here. Each email can focus on a specific topic, providing your audience with a valuable insight or tip. Number 2, create a lead magnet. Create a PDF from a bunch of your content and offer it as a free download in exchange for someone's email address. Number 3, sell newsletter sponsorships. Once your newsletter does gain a bit of traction, you can start selling sponsorships. Businesses are typically always looking for targeted audiences, and your newsletter could be a perfect platform for them to reach potential customers. Number 4, drive traffic to your website and monetize that with ads. So you can use your newsletter to drive traffic back to that HCU-Hit website. If you include links to full articles or special features or new content, you can then monetize this traffic with premium ad networks like Raptive or Mediavine to generate revenue. Number 5, sell digital products. So you can utilize this email list to sell digital products. Maybe an ebook, an online course, or a premium membership that you create. Your newsletter serves as a platform to promote and sell these products to what really is a captive audience. And number 6, promote affiliate content. If your content aligns with certain products or services, which I tend to think it probably will, you can include affiliate links in your newsletter. And this can be a great way to earn commission on any sales that you make through referrals. I love this strategy of using an email newsletter with existing content from an HCU-Hit site. Emails are a great way to make a connection with an audience and get in someone's inbox every single day. Number 4, start a Facebook page and drive traffic to your site. Starting a Facebook page is another great way to drive traffic back to your HCU-Hit site. In addition to starting a newsletter for one of my sites that I'm dealing with, I'm also utilizing Facebook in this way, a 1-2 punch. So here's how you can maximize this sort of platform. Number 1, share your articles. So post those articles on your Facebook page regularly. Make sure to write engaging captions that encourage clicks and shares. Number 2, create viral content. Now, it's hard to create content that is going to go viral, but you can at least mimic the type of content that goes viral. People go to Facebook not just to be educated, but also to be entertained. And you want some of your content on your Facebook page to be just that, entertaining. Number 3, engage with your audience. So on Facebook, respond to comments, ask questions, create polls, etc., etc. You want to foster a sense of community. The more engaged your audience is, the more likely they are to visit your site. Number 4, use Facebook ads. So ads through Facebook Facebook can help reach a much broader audience and allow you to grow quicker. You want to target specific demographics that tend to align with your content and drive them to your site. It's important to separate the different Facebook strategies here. So you can use Facebook ads to drive newsletter signups, which is a great idea, but it's different than creating a Facebook page with the goal of driving organic traffic from Facebook to your site. Two different strategies, both good, but both are different in the way they're applied and the results that you get. Again, follow along with me in the Weekend Growth newsletter as I share about my results from this approach with one of my websites. Strategy number 5. Use Pinterest to drive traffic to your site. So Pinterest can be a goldmine for driving traffic, especially if your HCU-Hit site is more image-driven or image-focused. Here's an approach that you might want to take. Number 1, conduct Pinterest keyword research. Use Pinterest trends and audience insights to identify popular and relevant keywords. I've been using a new SaaS tool called PinClicks to do this as well. Then optimize your pins and boards for these keywords to increase visibility and engagement. Number 2, create eye-catching pins. Design visually appealing pins for your articles, and this is really important. You want to use really high-quality images, bolded text, vibrant colors, all the things you see working on Pinterest to attract attention. Number 3, optimize for search. So going back to number 1, use those keywords you found in your pin descriptions to make them discoverable through Pinterest's really robust search feature. Strategy number 6, use Flipboard to drive traffic to your site. Flipboard, there's a topic, but I learned from a recent interview on the podcast that I host that Flipboard is a great platform for content curation, and it can send a lot of traffic to your site. Here's how you might leverage it. Number 1, set up your Flipboard profile. Name your profile after your website or brand and add a description. Use a relevant profile photo, maybe even a company logo in actuality. Number 2, create magazines, is what they're called on Flipboard. And you're going to combine your articles into themed magazines. For example, if you have a lot of content about digital marketing, like I do, create a magazine focused on that topic. Number 3, engage with the community. So follow other users, comment on their flips, share content from other sources to help build your network. Number 4, promote your magazines. So share your Flipboard magazines on your social media channels, your website, because you want to attract more readers to your Flipboard account. Strategy number 7, turn each article into a YouTube video. YouTube is the place to be. I mean, I can say that because you're here and you're watching this video. No, but in all seriousness, you can turn each of your articles into YouTube videos. Video is a great medium for a lot of niches. Here's how I would go about it. Number 1, script your videos. That's what I did here. I'm reading from a script and it makes it significantly easier. Scripting your videos is good to do based on your articles. You already have all that content. Make sure to break down the complex topics into easy to understand segments. Hint, hint, you can use AI to help you with all of this. Number 2, you got to create engaging content. Whether it's visuals, animations, examples, you're trying to make your videos as engaging as possible. Your video content has got to be dynamic and it's got to be entertaining. Number 3, promote your videos. So beyond just what YouTube can do in terms of their algorithm and their search features, share your videos on your social media channels, in your website, back to your email newsletter. Encourage your audience to come, to subscribe, like, share, you know the drill. By the way, if you could do that to this video, that would help me a lot. Strategy number 8, craft articles from the content on your site for Medium. Medium actually has a very vast audience, and it's a great platform for republishing your content. Here's how to get started on it. Number 1, join Medium's partner program. So you're gonna have to pay the monthly subscription to become a Medium member, but it's not much. Then apply to the Medium partner program to start earning from the articles that you publish. Number 2, repurpose your content. You'll probably want to adapt your existing articles though for Medium. You might need to tweak the format, update the information to fit Medium style. It's a little different than traditional blogging, but not much different. Number 3, engage with publications. So identify and submit to relevant publications in your niche to reach a broader audience. You want to follow submission guidelines and connect with editors to increase your chances of getting published. Strategy number 9, craft articles from your content on your website for LinkedIn Pulse. So kind of like Medium, LinkedIn Pulse is another excellent platform for repurposing your content. Many of my friends are reporting huge engagement numbers on LinkedIn in general, but there's some tips here. So here's how to use it effectively. Number 1, adapt your content a bit for professionals. So you're going to tailor your articles to appeal to LinkedIn's mostly professional audience. And so if you have a niche that could do that, you want to go ahead and adapt it and focus your topics that are relevant to things like career development, industry standards and trends, business insights, these sorts of things. Number 2, leverage your network. So if you're on LinkedIn already, you can share your LinkedIn Pulse articles with that network and encourage your connections to read it, to comment, share your posts, maybe even start a LinkedIn pod up to get some help there. And number 3, engage with that audience. So respond to comments in the articles, participate in discussions, go join other discussions to build relationships. tips that can help you expand your reach. Strategy number 10, sell guest posts on your HCU-Hit site. Yeah, I mean, if your website still has authority, selling guest posts could be a viable revenue stream. Now, it's not exactly above board with Google, but then again, you might have written off future traffic from that search engine. So be careful here, but I trust you'll make the right decision for your specific situation. Here's how to go about doing this. Number 1, set up a guest posting page on your website. Create a page that outlines your guest post guidelines. Be clear about what types of content you're looking for, specific requirements, etc. Put it in a prominent place on the site, like maybe the header or the footer. Number 2, promote your offer. So yeah, you want to do some outreach. Reach out to other bloggers and businesses, content creators, your niche. Let them know that you're accepting guest posts. You can also advertise this opportunity on your social media channels or newsletters. See how these things all tie back together? Number 3, try to maintain quality. Ensure, if you can, that all guest posts meet your quality standards. You need to have those. High quality content is still better. It's going to keep your audience engaged. It's going to maintain your site's credibility to some degree. Strategy number 11, use Parasite SEO to earn affiliate commissions. So Parasite SEO involves publishing content on other high authority sites and linking back to your own properties, whether it's your site or your affiliate links. Now, we know Google is targeting this approach, and so by the time you're listening to this video, it might not be a viable strategy. But just so you know how to do it, here's how you might go about implementing it. Number 1, identify high authority sites. You're looking for websites that accept guest posts, sponsored content, or maybe even just have user-generated content sections. These sites, they need to have a high domain authority and a good reputation because they're going to need to rank on that alone. Number 2, create valuable content that converts. So write high-quality content, like a high-quality article that provides value to the readers of that site. Make sure that you include a link back to a relevant page in your site, or more than likely, straight to an affiliate offer that you're a part of. And then number 3, monitor those results. You got to track all of that, all the traffic, any backlinks, and obviously sales that get generated from this approach. And you're going to need to adjust your strategy because some are going to perform well and some probably aren't. So long term, this probably is not a viable strategy. At least I don't think so. That's my opinion. But I guess at the end of the day, what do I know? I certainly haven't been right about where the algorithm has been going of late. So, dive in if you feel like it. Strategy number 12, use your website to start an e-commerce business. Finally, and last up on my list, consider using your content to start a full-blown e-commerce business. E-com was not hit by the HCU. The helpful content update didn't have anything to do with e-commerce businesses. Now, it's quite the jump to go from a content site to an e-commerce business, but you also have quite the head start when you think about it. So number 1, identify products. You got to look for products that align with your content and your audience. Your existing site's niche can be a guide, but really at the end of the day, it's going to require a separate set of research. Number 2, set up an online store. You can use a platform like Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, etc. to set up an online storefront on your website. Make sure your store is fast, user-friendly, visually appealing, Number 3, leverage your existing content. So adapt that existing content to promote your products. You need to include links, you need to promote, you need to do all the things that e-commerce businesses do to drive relevance and traffic to their SKUs. Write blog posts, create videos, use social media, etc., etc. Ultimately, this is an entirely new venture, but it's one that could really pay off dividends for you in the short and in the long term. So there you have it, 12 ways to make the most of your content after being hit by Google's helpful content update. It's tough out there, but with some creativity and persistence, you can turn things around. As a reminder, I am doing most or many of these things with one of my HCU-Hit sites. Just join the Weekend Growth newsletter, link provided in the notes, to stay updated on what works and what doesn't end up working. All right, see you next time.